Hey everyone, welcome back to 22 Panels. This is the podcast that aims to examine, explore, and elevate the medium of comics. I am Tyler, sitting here at my computer on a Saturday morning, and across the interwebs are Tad and Phil. Could you hear the thwips that time,
You
guys?
know, it's like it's
I
like
could.
the
They were good thwips.
well, I got like one.
I'm
I'm trying.
saying they were
No,
good thwips.
it
My
was fine. It
my
was
can't. I got a different configuration today. I'm not using my earbuds that have a terrible
Mhm.
microphone. So I'm using my headphones and the mic on my camera. So I'm
Oh,
hoping thwips because now my voice is right at the
that's
microphone.
I see that's why you lean forward. You lean
Yeah,
forward to whip at us.
to thwip. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So how's life?
Oh,
Good.
tiring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's been
Mm-hmm.
a busy week. Busy spring break for me.
Oh,
I
good.
bet.
I forgot it was your spring break.
Lots and lots of podcasts, a birthday, and a convention.
Happy birthday, belated. I'm sorry that I didn't text you on the day. That's an awkward thing to admit on air.
I gave myself a birthday present. We had a baseball roundtable
Oh,
because it was
nice.
opening day.
Oh, okay. For the new baseball season.
Yeah.
Okay.
Second time ever that opening day has been on my birthday, and the first time where that game happened in this continent.
Okay. Very cool.
Because the
Okay.
last time was I think it was 2000, yeah, 2008, the Rays and the um Red Sox
Okay.
opened in Japan.
So once every 18 years.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, except that that was the first time.
Oh,
So,
okay.
I mean,
Huh.
you could look at it as once every, this is Major League Baseball's 150th season, at least
Goodness.
by one way of counting,
Hmm.
125th by another. Um, So, like, that would make it once every 60 to 75 years.
And you got two. You've gotten two.
So, but yeah, it was fun. I got to talk to Fred and Eric and Rob, and Tiffany Babb joined us, and Mark Chiarello joined us.
Nice. That sounds like a fun old time.
It was a very fun conversation.
Nice. In terms of comics news, I can see our first one of note is that Distillery is back on the publishing schedule. After they announced some taking a gap for a little bit. Um, they're coming back. They're making announcements again. So let's hope that those books were delayed, which were A Mischief of Magpies #1, White House Robot Romance #3, City Beneath Her Feet #3, and White Boat #3, as well as the Big Burn hardcover and Warm Fusion hardcover. Hopefully those hit stands sooner rather than later, and that they can stay strong.
I think
Because
at least four of them are already on the schedule.
yeah, yeah,
So,
that's it's they are definitely one of the more exciting new comics publishers to come out. So I really hope that they make it. They've had
Yeah,
some.
I like their play with their different format sizes and things like that. Um, they put out some unique stuff.
Yeah.
But I just don't like it on my shelf because then I'm like, it doesn't look right compared to all the other trades and graphic novels.
You need a special section all to just have the
Just
European cut size.
just the weirdo. Not I don't even
Yeah.
care if it's European. It's just weird. So- I'm just kidding. No, I do like that they push the envelope as far as like putting some unique stuff out there.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. And then in comics adjacent news, we had the massive headlines earlier in the week that OpenAI is shutting down Sora, their video app, and blew up their $200 billion deal with Disney. Which I'm hoping this is a hemorrhaging wound in the AI businesses. Like
It's
I
probably at least a sign that they've realized that between the cost of doing video that's anywhere near worth videoing and the
mhm.
liability of doing video that could be defaming, their lawyers said, yeah, there's no way you'll make money here.
Oh, I mean, yeah, because uh, you know, to me, that's at least optimistic because the whole industry has been propped up on just stuffing money into it, from
Yeah.
venture capital and whatnot. That
Well, but
pointing
this
out,
this is where like what you got to keep your eyes on is um who are they donating money to in the next election cycles? Do they get
mhm,
elected and then start watching literally every bill that starts going through to make certain that there aren't writers on it that will make it easier? Because like probably the biggest thing that led to the explosion of guns in the United States is
mhm,
when gun companies were all but immunized.
Mhm.
They can't be held responsible in any way, shape, or form for actions taken with their product.
okay,
Uh,
that is an interesting point. Did
so where this gets interesting is if you find some sort of law proposed where the companies that make the AI aren't
mhm,
responsible for the content used or the AI is used for. If that happens, then it'll be the Wild West.
right, and that's yeah, okay.
You know,
So,
right now, I my guess, and this is
mhm,
literally like me thinking out loud here.
mhm,
My guess is between the fact that Europe is putting like real restrictions on some of this stuff and the
mhm.
fact that the United States doesn't have specific laws.
Right, and I know there are some court cases going on right now in terms of like just with the chatbots, like
Right.
suggesting kids and mental health issues.
Right.
Yeah, that sort of
So
stuff.
I mean, the last thing they want is for the laws in the United States to go against them because they uh, inflamed public opinion before the laws got written.
Gotcha. Okay. So it is, I guess just to also, did you like read an article saying that it
I
was
haven't read
mostly
any
AI? Okay.
articles. This is
Okay.
pure. I mean, I
That's
said
pure
that a second
speculation.
ago.
Okay.
This is
Well,
purely me thinking out loud.
I was just making sure of that because it was one of those
Yeah.
where,
I
definitely
mean,
definitely a
I've read tons
huge
of articles and tons of books on
yes,
how laws and PR and
naturally.
whatever works. This is
Oh yeah.
this is pure in like deduction that we shouldn't be claiming victory yet. This is a
Right.
great sign. But
That's what I
if
was
it,
saying. I'm merely hopeful that this is a
yeah,
hemorrhaging
this is
wound,
a great sign, but if it like leads people to go, "Oh, we don't have to worry about this anymore,"
No.
then you're going to see something slipped into a bill and we'll suddenly
Yeah.
have to worry about it and we won't even have talked about it.
And I think that at least for now, it sounds like the companies are shoring up around computer programming applications. So using AI for code as opposed to
Right.
for other sorts of things. You
Which if
know,
you do it right, it can be good for.
and that's
I
that's
mean
always
that's
yeah,
the thing. I mean,
that is
I
always the
know I
load
drive you up
bearing
the
words.
wall with it,
Well,
but like used as a tool, there are lots of things that we call AI, and none of them are anywhere near AI,
right.
that can be very good tools.
Yeah, and it's
Um,
what does drive me up the wall the most about all that stuff is largely the lack of clarity where it's just they slap the buzzword on it, but
oh
it doesn't
yeah,
have
welcome to
the
capitalism, Phil.
yeah. Oh no, I've been here a while. It's not been great. But
I mean, we
it's
were talking about Mountain Dew off air.
oh yeah. Um But yeah, it's I guess it's also one of those things where I don't know if you've come across the term vibe coding, but it's what a lot of the guys that I work with are talking about now, and it just sounds absolutely disgusting in terms
It
of
sounds icky. Yeah.
yeah, it's not it yeah. I mean I've seen descriptions of how and why the use of AI works better in code, the idea that, a lot of coding people look at it less as you know, copyrightable. I don't know how copyright works as well with software, but I do know that stuff gets reused and copied shit tons more than any other industry, to where plagiarism
Wh-
isn't really a concern so
And
much.
like this still like, and I don't want to fall deep down AI. I
Yeah,
don't want to. I don't want to fall that deep down machine learning rabbit holes.
right, right.
But it's still like all programs are not equal.
No, and
Like
it's
if you design a machine learning program to do certain parts of code, it could be an amazing tool.
sure, and
But
and
but
IntelliSense has been around, but it's not perfect. It's not the problem is that the buzzword is too creates too big of a gap between what is actually happening and what
It's not
you're imagining
accurate.
happening. It's not accurate, and
right.
it I
I
also
mean,
hate how
it
we're
it
both
was one of my
anti AI.
conversations yesterday. I
Yeah.
essentially think that why AI is so huge right now
Hmm.
is because you have a lot of really rich, not particularly bright people who've been
Hmm.
feeling stupid talking to all of the people making them money for a long time.
Yep.
And they have this dream that they can, rather than having to try to tell the people who make them money now, the smart people that do the programming, the smart people
Hmm.
that figure out the marketing or whatnot, that
Hmm.
they'll be able to put it into an AI that will do it for them.
Right.
I mean, in a lot of ways, like it's I laugh. It has nothing to
Hmm.
do with taking jobs from the peons. It has to do with taking professional jobs,
Right. And
particularly, and it's almost entirely, in my mind, like
mhm.
ego slash emotional based. It has nothing to do with it'll be more profitable. It has
Yeah.
nothing to do. I mean, they use all of those words, but
Uh-huh.
what it is they're tired of feeling stupid when they're talking to the people who actually make them money.
Yes, they're tired of feeling stupid. They're tired of being told no about anything. They're tired of having to, respect people's
Right,
rights, all of those things.
right,
The other thing that I feel with it of why it's a big push is that from the computing side, the reason they want AI is that it boils down to, okay, people want to be able to talk to the computer. They want a Star Trek sort of like computer do this, computer do that. That's like the dream that they're selling to average users. And the problem is that that is so much easier said than done.
I mean, it depends on what you're having to do, but yeah.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, it's what Siri and Alexa have been for years.
And that's the funny thing is that they have that like low grade, okay, this is actually working. And then when you try to push it, that's when it all falls apart.
Well, because things are complicated.
Exactly.
Um, but yeah.
But
What
what
kind
kind
of
of
week has it been?
yeah.
It's been a dumb one.
Yep.
I mean, my week's been great, but like I don't think there's any way to look at the conflict in Iran and say that we're winning.
No.
Everybody seems to be trying to point the finger to say, no, this
Wait,
was their idea. This was no, 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 it was his idea.
Oh boy.
Um,
wait, there's something going on in Iran?
yeah, I
Still.
mean, they would love it if that's what you thought. They're trying really, really hard to convince the American people that it's all done, nothing's going on. I had great, great productive cost talks with the Iranians over the weekend, which is why we're pushing this thing off until Friday. He says right before the markets open
Mm,
on Monday,
mhm,
immediately to be refuted by the people that he supposedly talked to. He
Yeah,
mhm.
said,
they're
no,
like Iranians are
no,
like, no.
we didn't have talks. Um,
Well, I
You
think
know, he keeps using the name of the one person who might actually be somebody that he could eventually have negotiations with, except that if he keeps using his name out loud, he's going to get him killed and
yeah.
is likely by Israelis as Iranians.
So I'm pretty sure it was this week that I heard that right before Trump made all those comments about peace talks with Iran, there were investments, made on the betting
Yes.
markets
Hmm.
to make like
Oh, it
500
was
million.
total market
So
manipulation.
yes, so
Totally.
so that's the other thing that's
It
absolutely
was a
I think I would have
statement made to bring oil prices down.
yes,
And,
it was
and
a
it was
statement
not an
made.
accident that he said,
Mhm.
"Oh, we're not going to do anything until after the markets close on Friday,"
Yeah, yeah,
without
yeah.
saying after the markets close. But it's
Right,
like,
right, right.
"Oh, we're right before the we're going to give them a 5-day reprieve to get this figured out." Who knows what'll happen? And last
Hmm.
night I heard that they're still talking about Cuba, like not next, but
Oof.
like
I
now.
heard I heard
Simultaneously.
yeah, I
Yeah.
heard someone was sending relief to Cuba. I forget which country sent a few boats, but I remember hearing that.
So yeah, what kind of week was it? It was a dumb one. But we have a new to order catalog. So let's talk cool looking new comics instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, first up, we've got a little book called The Eye Collector from Jonathan
I mean, it's
Ball.
not really a little book. It's the same size as most comics.
Okay,
I need to
that's
make
fair.
this clear because Bad Idea has been making some little books.
That's a good point. That's a good
They're
point. This
like
is not
1 in
manga size.
500 variants, but they have been
One,
making some.
wait, what? 1 in 500 variants where like the book is a different trim size?
Not just a different trim size where they're like seriously little.
It's like it's like a micro.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I did not. To be fair, that does not sound like a good idea. So I should not be surprised that that's what they're
I'm
doing.
not even I'm not even certain if it's 1 in 500. It might be 1 in 5,000, but like they're
Wow.
like dollhouse sized books, except that they're actually like
That is wild. Then first up, we have this regular sized, normal trim book called The Eye Collector, #1 from Jonathan Ball, GMB, Komichuk. The startling first issue of the strangest series on the stands. An ancient being has its curiosity towards Earth reignited when the humans of Apollo 10 mission make wishes over the moon. What is this spectral creature and what does it want from us? Seeing is believing. Uh, Going to have a final order cutoff of June 1st in stores June 26th from Image Comics.
I'm reading June 24th.
Did I say 26th?
You
Yes, you
did.
did.
Well, that's yeah, just looked at the
June
year.
24th,
June 24th,
2026.
Yeah.
2026. Numbers are hard.
All right, guys.
No, they're not. Numbers make sense.
This is next up is Grendel Devil's Crucible Sedition #1 from Matt Wagner. The Hounds of Orion have two new weapons in their arsenal. The Grendel Prime himself, back from a 500-year absence, and a clone of the fierce, long-dead Grendel warrior Christine Spar. Now it's time to take the fight to the Necrolords as Matt Wagner's epic Devil's Crucible series of Grendel miniseries continues. This is going to be out from Dark Horse. A final order cutoff is June 6th and will be on sale on July 15th.
Okay, June 8th.
Then that's incorrect because I'm on the Penguin. I was reading straight from Penguin.
I am also reading straight from Penguin.
Oh, it is June 8th. Oh my God. I'm sorry guys. June 8th.
Also, June 8th is a Monday and June 6th is a Saturday, and final order cutoffs are on Mondays.
You are
How'd you
correct,
know
good
that so
sir.
quick? That June 8th was a Monday.
All final order cutoffs are on Monday.
Well, I know that, but he's got a calendar pulled up. There's
Mhm.
cheating. There's cheating afoot.
Junk Punch #1 from Paul Tobin, Carlos Javier Olivares with backups by Colleen Coover. In a near future world, peculiar new compulsions have arisen to afflict individuals in bizarre ways, such as a need to paint all pigeons pink, or the unfortunate craving to tell the truth on dating apps. One such individual is Clara Castanel, aka Junk Punch, who suffers an addiction to punching people square in their junk. From Eisner-winning author Paul Tobin and probably even more talented artist Carlos Olivares, comes the story of one woman's quest to solve a bizarre series of thefts, such as kisses stolen from willing and waiting lips. Junk Punch is entertainment with impact. Final order cutoff is May 11th, in stores on June 3rd from Mad Cave. I love Paul Tobin.
Alrighty, now we've got a graphic novel.
I'm kind of shocked that this isn't Tyler.
Really? Okay. I mean, I've heard a lot of great things. This is Billy Bat, Volume 1 from Naoki Urasawa and Takashi Nagasaki. A highly requested title from Naoki Urasawa and Takashi Nagasaki in the in-demand manga Billy Bat is a historical conspiracy thriller meta manga spanning multiple millennia following a Japanese-American comic artist's search for the truth regarding the origins of his character, Billy Bat. This is the first thrilling volume in the sci-fi mystery by Naoki Urasawa and Takahashi Nagasaki, beautifully packaged and available for the first time in English. It's 1949, Los Angeles, and Kevin Yamagata, a Japanese-American comic book author, is drawing his best-selling character, Billy Bat, a quick-witted detective who is, unsurprisingly, a cartoon bat. Everything is going well for Kevin until he discovers an unfortunate truth. He may have unintentionally plagiarized his beloved character from a drawing he once saw in Japan. Devastated by the news, Kevin returns to war-torn Japan to find the drawing's original artist, but the character's origins turn out to be far older and more perplexing than he had ever imagined. It's going to have a final order cutoff of April 27th and in stores June 3rd. Is this
Abrams.
Abrams from Abrams.
Neo, are you familiar with Naoki Urasawa, Phil?
A little bit. The name is super familiar. I when pressed for what else he's done, I would have to quickly Google.
Azadora, Pluto, 20th Century Boys.
Okay. Yes.
Monster.
Yeah.
Definitely worth checking out all of his stuff. He's very good.
Yeah, I've read a good amount.
Tyler's a huge fan, which is why I was shocked that he hadn't jumped on it.
Well, I was mostly just kind of looking over stuff that I looked interesting that I haven't already kind of knew about.
That's fair. That's fair. I am super looking forward to this book from a friend of the podcast, comic strip club regular, Arsa Koriak, Declaration / Emancipation Illustrated. It is a flip book, double-sided book. Arsa Koriak revisits the Declaration of Independence on the 250th anniversary of its signing. The cartoonist who cemented his reputation as the king of the visual mashup with Masterpiece Comics and the unquotable Trump sets his sights on the documents that shaped the United States during the Revolutionary and Civil Wars. A prequel of sorts to his Constitution Illustrated, Sikoriak presents the unabridged text of the Declaration of Independence alongside the Emancipation Proclamation and the Gettysburg Address in a double-sided book, rendered in the bright, bold, and iconic styles of over 100 different American comics, cartoons, and graphic novels from over a century. The severing of colonial ties to Great Britain and the critical turning points in American history that have followed have never been more vividly manifested than in the skillful hands of Sikoriak, who doesn't hesitate to dream up Jeffy from Family Circus as Thomas Jefferson and Mr. Magoo as a British loyalist. Declaration Emancipation Illustrated is an entertaining, multi-layered trip through American history and American comics. This is from Drawn and Quarterly. Final order cutoff is May 11th. The ad solicit says it's in stores July 1st. The in-store date on the Lunar website is June 10th. I don't know if that means comic shops are getting it ahead of time. I know that July 1st is the date that Bob had given me because it is the date that is closest to is the release date closest to Independence Day. So I don't know which is which, or if it's one of those ones where comic shops get it earlier, but no later than Independence Day, you will be able to get Declaration Illustrated and Declaration/Emancipation Illustrated from Bob Sikoriak. And man, do I wholeheartedly recommend it. Particularly for those of you who think you know American history but haven't bothered to read the original documents. Go pick up Constitution Illustrated too. It's really not that long. You should know it.
All right. Freak Squeal is next up. This hardcover is by Florent Madow. Imagine a universe where universities exist to not only train future masked vigilantes to manage their superpowers and develop their heroism, X-Men, but to master their image in the media. This is the world of Freak Squeal. You'll meet Chance the Demonet, Shadow the werewolf stuck in his animal form, and Xiang Mao, the model student who has no powers but is a hard worker. At the Academy Faculty of Hero Studies, these three first-year students will discover the joys of university life, the merciless competition of other students, sadistic professors, and the stress of exams. Part X-Men, part Academy X, part Dungeons and Dragons. This celebrated series of author Florent Madow is a unique blend of manga and Western comics, which has spawned multiple spin-offs in its native Europe and beyond. Final order cutoff will be May 18th and will be in stores on June 10th. And this is out from 619 Magnetic Oni.
Yep. Go check out my talk with Mike Kennedy when this was kickstarting. We went through the coolness.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good.
This stuff that Magnetic Oni has been putting out, talking about formats, I've been purchasing this stuff for my store, and it's really popular.
Yeah,
Nice.
no, Mike curates a really great line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Really, really great line. I was happy to have him on my panel yesterday. So Phil ganking the Chaikin from me
Yep.
as we go into collections.
This is
Ganking the Chicken.
Ganking the Chankin for sure. This is Howard Chaykin's American Flag omnibus. From its 1983 debut, American Flag was a breakout success. Emerging from a new generation of small publishers, imprints now lost to history. Award-winning, narratively and graphically audacious and ridiculously influential, its impact on comic book storytelling is still being felt today in a story comically and sometimes frighteningly prescient about the world in which we live. It got some things wrong, but man, it got a lot more right. A lot. This fully remastered 1,064-page collection includes Howard Chaykin's run on the series' first 30 issues, more than half of which have never before been collected, plus the American Flag special, all the flags, shorts from the years since, and a host of extras, in addition to an all-new 26-page story created for this volume. Collects American Flag Volume 1, number 1 through 30, and the American Flag Special. Going to have a final order cutoff of May 18th, in stores September 30th from good old Image Comics. I'm going to have to pick this one up. I have been wanting to read Chaykin's American Flag
Oh,
for
I'm all
a good
over
while.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I love American Flag.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I
have read it. I need to do a reread.
Yeah, I mean I've heard it. Yeah. What more can we say? But
just get it. This one I've been enjoying in issues, but Lucky Devils is coming out in hardcover from Charles Sewell and Ryan Brown. It's a dark and hilarious satire about the struggles to do good in a world that makes it so easy to be bad. The Lucky Devils is an examination of everything that makes humanity both grand and terrible from two of comics' most unique storytellers. The Lucky Devils is a tale of two ordinary, good-hearted 20-something Chicagoans who begin working with the
Whoop,
devil.
whoop.
Whoop, whoop, who began working with the devils on their shoulders in an attempt to fix their broken lives. It works beyond their wildest dreams, and in time, they become two of the most powerful people on Earth. While they fully intend to use that influence to make the world a better place, we all know what they say about the road to hell. For fans of their previous best selling collaborations like Curse Words and 8 Billion Genies, stories like Lucifer or The Good Place, or tales where ordinary people's lives intersect with supernatural, this new series is sure to delight readers looking for a fantastical new read. This is going to be in shops, or excuse me, final order cutoff of May 4th and will be in shops September 16th. I forgot, who is this? Out by Image. Image. Cool.
All right. One more collection for today. Sleep, the complete collection, an unsettling, slow-burning, atmospheric take on the classic werewolf story that explores the fragile boundaries between waking life and dream logic. When Jonathan Reason falls asleep, he becomes something else. Every night, it stalks his quiet town, killing, seemingly, indiscriminately. When he wakes at the start of each chapter, covered in blood, our story begins. The new horror story from Xander Cannon, Heck Top 10, and Kaiju Max shows us the horrifying waking hours and terrible decisions of an unwilling part-time killer. This deluxe oversized hardcover includes sketches, the pitch document, bios, diagrams, maps, variant covers, bonus illustrations, and an exclusive afterword. This is a final order cutoff of April 27th and in stores on June 3rd. And I was talking to Xander yesterday.
Hell yeah.
Did you read this in issues, Ted?
Yes, I did.
I did too. It was really good.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
All right.
So
Final order cutoff. What do we got, Ted?
I was going to let somebody else take it.
All right, I'll do it. Final order cutoff this week for Monday, April 6th. Charity and Sylvia, hardcover from Tilly Walden from Drawn and Quarterly. Excommunicated from Jeremy Robinson and Tiago Palma out from Vault. Ooh, this one's really good. Hank Howard Pizza Detective, A Slice of Life, #1. Robert Venditti and David Lapham from Bad Idea. Devil in the Herd from Caitlin Windles from Invader Comics. Innards from Rob Gilroy and Sam Lofty from Ignition. Justice League Intergalactic Special. That's Jadzia Axelrod, Nicole Maines, and Travis Moore. I'm not sure who's putting that one out. Just kidding, it's DC. And then Mask #1. Didn't this come out already? From Dan Waters and Pipar?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
It's actually in the April catalog.
I swear I have it on my shelf at the store.
Huh.
It's based on that old cartoon, right? From the 80s.
Was there a 0 issue?
I don't know. I'll have
That
to
seems
look.
likely.
I'll look when I get there. Anyway,
Or did they have a free comic book day issue that came in and you've checked it in but not put it up? I mean, there are lots of options.
that could be. All right. Oracles from Olivia Sullivan out from Avery on May 6th. Orion from Ngazi Ulkazo from DC. Swamp Thing 89 from Rick Veitch and Michael Sully. And Vince Locke from DC. And Zatanna from Jamal Campbell from DC. One moment, I'm going to put myself on mute. My daughter would like to speak at me.
You want to take the crowdfunding, Phil?
Sure, yeah. Crowdfunding options. We've got Action Philosophers, Modernity Bites from Fred Van Lente and Ryan Dunleavy with Rocket Ship Entertainment on Kickstarter through April 9th. Junji Ito's In Old Records, a horror drama on vinyl. And again, that is a audio recording of audio dramas of Junji Ito's horror stories and comics by Ryan Cady, Poppy,
Well,
Zeros
actually, he has a story called In Old Records.
In Old Records. Oh, so it's that one In
Yeah,
Old Records
it's
story. Okay.
that.
Gotcha. A
Yeah,
recording of
yeah.
an old records. Interesting. Okay. From Ryan Cady and Poppy with Zero Zero Enterprises on Kickstarter through April 11th. The Monster of Blackenstein, not to be confused with Blackenstein, by David F. Walker and Marcelo D. Chiara on Kickstarter through April 13th. Starwolf, which looks like a really cool sci-fi superhero series from John Coates on Kickstarter through April 18th. And then there's Dan Dare, First Contact by Alex DeCampi and Mark Lamming with B7 Comics on Kickstarter through April 22nd. Um, Go ahead and listen to our episode talking to Alex a little bit before that dropped. It was a really good time. All kinds of good stuff that came up there. Um, Business as Usual by Mark Bouchard and Shelby Criswell on Kickstarter through April 22nd. That is a like a dark comedy, eco punk sort of a dark satirical retelling, or not retelling, but of stuff going on in the modern world. And then that one is going to be on Kickstarter through April 22nd. And then this one we mentioned last time, Hollowed Ground from Michelle Abinader and a whole ton of friends. I will read them briefly, but that one we said it was launching last week. It actually got pushed right after we were recording, so it is launching by the time you're listening to this, hopefully on Monday, March 30th. And those are going to have stories from Anthony Oliveira and Ian McEwen, Anas Abdulhaq and Heather Vaughn, Megan Camarena and Vash Taylor, MK Traham, JP Jordan and Len Gogu, Abby Frisco and Chris Ho, Richard Fairgray, Chloe Stosky, Brent Fisher and Teslin Bergen, Meachiums and Duna Holler, Chloe Brailsford, Lydia Monette and Dom Monette, and then one by Michelle Abinader and Jessica Fong. And that is with Deathline Comics on Kickstarter. Again, hopefully launching this Monday, March 30th. And then, of course, still upcoming soon is Stephen Frank's
Tomorrow,
complete
Stephen Frank. Yeah.
Stephen Franks. Yep, I had to think about it.
Yep.
The complete Palomino with Dark Planet Comics on Kickstarter launching soon. Tad has been talking to Stefan when recommended by Howard, the aforementioned Howard Chaykin, and he's talked to him. Was it four times now?
4 times.
Four
This is
times.
the fourth
Yes.
time.
The fourth time talking to him. Go ahead and listen to that episode talking about Palomino. If you haven't checked it out, now is the perfect time to jump on board and get the whole dang thing. Are you in a mood for Humble Bundles, Tab?
I can do the Humble Bundles. Indie
To
Comics
bundle
United,
Humble?
a super bundle of awesome stuff. $18 for 60 items to support the comic book legal defense fund has been extended to April 2nd. How far has Love and Rockets been extended? Somebody find out for me because
That was
it is
also
past
April 2nd.
March 26th.
Also, April 2nd, it had the same amount of time remaining as
All
the
right, all
Image one.
right.
So
So the
apologies for
Love and
not
Rockets
updating
and
that
More
date.
collection from the Hernandez Brothers of Fantagraphics, $18 for 57 items going to the ACLU. EC Record Resurrection Bundle, $18 for 39 issues. Also the Comic Book Legal Defense Fund through April 2nd. We've got a lot of them ending on April 2nd.
It was, I'll double check the site right now, but that sounds about right.
No, I believe it. It happens that way sometimes. But the art of Alex Ross, George Perez, and more from Dynamite Entertainment, $18 for 35 items. Another comic book legal defense fund. And also April 2nd, not April 2nd, the best of Joe Hill at IDW, $18 for 15 items, including all of Lock and Key. For the Book Industry Charitable Foundation through April 9th. And finally, The Collected Peanuts, $25 for 43 items, including every Peanuts comic strip ever. The separate volumes that have the Sundays split out which obviously are in the other ones you did, but you get to just do the color Sundays if you want. It's got some of the theme collections, which again, so it's not only the all of the volumes of the complete Peanuts. It's got like any of the other Fantagraphic stuff. This is a gem of a $25 purchase if you like Peanuts at all. 25 items, $25 for 43 items for Canine Companions through April 19th. So, did we? Oh no, that's next. Okay. Time for 3 amazing books. I'm going to make a confession. Even though I still put 3 amazing books up,
Mhm.
one
didn't
of
read
them
them.
I have not read yet because
You
I
didn't
have
read it.
only read 2 books.
You didn't read any of them.
I have only read 2 books.
Okay.
And I will give you the hint that the
Mhm.
one I haven't read is not the last one.
That's funny. That's funny. All right. I'm gonna guess it's your number 2.
Yeah, same.
Because now let me just go here because we talked about last time the fun if Dave could make it is Tad okay, right? Instead of
How can you not read it?
is Ted okay? So I think you're gonna read that. Plus, is Ted
That
okay?
was my first read of the week.
And
Mhm.
I think is Ted okay is amazing. So
Yes, it is.
yeah.
It was my first read of the week.
And I
And
think
so there we go. You already told us it's not number 3.
It's
No,
So
not number
no, because
3.
I
It narrows
had
it
to
down
read Condon before I read Absolute Martian Manhunter.
because you're talking to
But
Condon.
as much as I love Brutal Dark, I feel relatively confident that I'm still going to have Martian Manhunter as my second pick. What I feel worse about is that, like, I think Miss Truesdale could have slid in. I think Farrell could have slid in.
I heard this issue of Pharaoh was a really big one.
I think Carmen Redclaw could have slid in. Absolute Wonder Woman can always slide in. New Space Age could have slid in. Just Brutal was great. Like it was on the books I knew was spectacular last week because I'd read it already. But like if I'd taken time to consider, there's an argument for sliding it in, even based on the books that I have read. Minor
yeah.
Arcana, and I'm really actually looking forward to Rafael Garcia Henchman, which
It is
looked
good.
cool to begin with, but is already getting rave reviews as well.
Yeah, I will say that as far as like kind of a breakout hit of the week, that's the one that I would pick.
Right. But I had 10 podcasts between
Wow.
Thursday the 19th and Wednesday the 25th. And now I'm at C2E2. And during that whole time I was also preparing for the 4 panels that I have at C2E2. So like, oh, and there was an in-store signing at Modern Age on Thursday. So like I've had significant comics related things every day since the 19th and still do for 2 more days. So the the significant comic related things wound up not including reading comics, which is really a shame because I got a copy of Pumpkinheads from Dave Baker and Nicole Gu
Ooh.
yesterday ahead of time. I
Wow.
really would have liked to read that and brag about it, but instead I fell asleep.
Dang.
Which is
I mean, how dare
just
you?
just as braggable, honestly.
An accomplishment if there ever was one.
Hey, before we move on, uh, so I have to roll in about 15 minutes. So should I just say goodbye when I
I
need
think
to
we'll get
go?
there.
You
I
think
think
Yeah,
we'll
we'll
get
we
get
there?
can
there.
we can go quick.
I think we'll get
Okay.
there.
I don't have
Okay.
much.
All right.
Yeah.
Take a walk, Phil.
There we go. All right. Yeah. I did not read as much Blue Period this week, but it still has me thinking a lot about the nature of art, what makes something art, capital A, big thoughts. But I'm also eyeing what series I should read next. I'm leaning pretty hard towards Chainsaw Man. I feel like there was one other thing that I had my eye on, but it's hard to ignore the Chainsaw Man that's looming large. And of course, I've got through rewatching Evangelion in a massive. It holy shit, that series. I mean, I know it's an anime. There is a manga adaptation, but holy shit, it remains legendary. Um, and yeah, again, has just big thoughts on the mind. Not going to get into them now, so that we can get Tyler out the door on time. But I only managed to read for our One Piece race. I only managed to read all six chapters of Blue Period. I will say that to get Tad unwaylaid, unfurloughed. Furloughed is not the right word, but I don't know why it jumped into mind. Tyler, you've got to start secretly reading One Piece until you're like 100 chapters ahead, and then we
Well,
announce it, and it lights
And
the
then we
fire.
announce it.
like I really wanted to become unbecalmed
Yeah,
this
becalmed about
week
it.
when they announced that the new mascot
Uh-huh.
for
Oh
the
yeah.
for Doctors Without Borders
Right.
is Chopper.
I saw that. I saw that headline. So yeah. So I mean
Right.
that's a flag. That's a
Um,
flag of waving. You know.
so, but not this week.
No. Yeah. No. You had a lot going on. 10 podcasts. That's
Well,
a
and four panels.
right. That is the bigger one.
So
One down,
moving
three to
to great
go.
responsibility. It's more. I still have C2E2 prep, and it should be C2E2. What did I put up top? Somebody remember? Or am I going to have to scan myself?
Plan it.
Underway.
Underway.
C2E2 is underway. I hosted my first ever panel yesterday. It went really well.
Nice.
Um, we overstayed our time, but not enough that anybody started yelling at me. I
Perfect.
think I did a good job of managing the time and then starting to shoo people out of the room when it was time to, as the conversation spilled into the hallway. My
Awesome.
my huge thanks to Spike Trotman who uh, she did almost comics related stand up at the beginning as people were coming in.
That's
And it really
awesome.
kind of broke the ice for me that she was cracking jokes before we even started.
That's cool.
Um,
And that's the sign of a great panel that the conversation kept going in the hall afterwards. That's
right.
a
So
that's really good.
so yeah, no, it was a fun panel. It was Spike Trotman and Mike Kennedy, the publishers of Iron Circus and Magnetic, respectively, and then Patrick Brower from Challengers Comics and Conversation, and Dr. Edgar Ramos from Modern Age Comics, talking about, selling comics, connecting readers with books. It was a fun time. Two today, I get to talk to Jeffrey Brown and Lucy Nicely is my first panel,
That's gonna
talking
be
about going from being indie darlings to best-selling YA writers and artists. And then I have my indie comics panel later, which is Terry Moore, uh, Spike Trotman again, Greg from Santos Sisters, um, Larry Stahl, and Daria Faruhar. So all of them have been guests on 22 panels, friends of ours. Nice gamut of like Terry's been at it for like 40 years. Spike's been at it for like 30 years. Greg's been at it for 20 years. And
damn.
combined
And
Daria and
Larry's brand new.
yeah, I said Terry.
Oh, okay.
Terry has been at it 40 years.
I'm like,
Yeah.
no. I thought you said Larry. I thought you were talking about Larry Stahl.
No, no. And then Larry and Daria combined have been at it for like 3 years, 4 years.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So speaking of Larry Stahl, his Leprechaun story in that Leprechaun book of stories was really good last week.
Yeah, Eric is here too, the artist on that.
Yeah.
Nice.
They'll both be with me for cool people talking about comics tomorrow.
Great.
So yeah, one panel down, three to go. I feel more like a pro because I really just spent my day yesterday rather than shopping or standing in many lines, just like doing quick hits on people I knew or people that I knew well enough that I could kind of slide in and invite them to cool people talking about comics on Sunday, and then so that was kind of cool. Uh, and the nerves were manageable
Good.
That's
and
great.
still manageable now. So that's C2E2 Underway, and we'll have a bigger breakdown next week. You guys have any questions, anything to add?
I just want to say, I know it says feel more like a pro. I want to say you're already a pro. You're already there. You know,
Yeah, but I mean, we are definitely the business that has the most feelings of imposter syndrome of
that's fair.
I
That's fair.
know.
almost
And
any
and
business.
that's one of the reasons why, I my wife is in school for graphic design. The artist journey is up and downs of imposter syndrome, and all the time I have to tell her, like, honey, you're already great. You're already great. You're already great. And so I want to be able to tell that to you too, Tad, that you're already a pro. You're already great.
You're
You're in
already
comics.
great, Ted.
Yeah. You're the 800 episodes of podcasts do not happen by accident, or by that point you are pro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
though
mean,
I did read a disturbing thing. Somebody ran through all the numbers and whatnot that
Uh-huh.
like 80% of all comic artists or all comics creators
Hmm.
make 36 grand or less a year.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so like I'm a pro in an industry where part of the reason why nobody feels like they're pros is that it's not really even a living, much less.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll find out.
Yeah.
We'll find out. But yeah, I mean it's fun. It's fun. I have had a good time this weekend.
Nice.
So
I'm
Great.
glad it's going well so far.
some books we hope will be spectacular. Well, there's the one that should have been my birthday present,
It's
and they actually had here yesterday, but there was a line, and I wasn't standing in
mm,
line. Daredevil #1 from Stephanie Phillips and Lee Garbett at Marvel. I'm also seriously looking forward to Bizarro Year None #1 from Kevin Smith, Eric Carrasco, and Nick Pertara at DC. And Briar Knight's Terror #4, Christopher Cantwell and Alex Lynn's wrap up their series. I've been loving it since issue 1, so I can't wait to see how it all wraps up. So, Phil.
yeah, I actually had there were too many um exciting trades this week to just pick one, so I actually picked three out. Uh, First up, there is the enticingly titled "He Rolled Me Up Like a Grilled Squid" by Suge Yoshiharu from Drawn and Quarterly. That book looks fantastic. I'm going to have to read it for the grilled squid alone. And then, because we had read the previous one recently, Uri Tupka and the Gods, another story from Lands Unknown by Mike Mignola and Dave Stewart over at Dark Horse. Very excited to see the Lands Unknown further explored. And then, I don't usually highlight superhero stuff, but I heard Batman Dark Patterns by Dan Waters and Hayden Sherman described as quite possibly one of the best collections of Batman stories ever. So I'm going to have to sit down and read that one at some point. It was
I
Demon All
will.
Timer.
I will put it up there as one of the greats. I don't know about the best. They did a really great job. Reading it in issues was fun, and now that I have the trade, I'm excited to read it that way as well. So, yes, it was
Oh yeah,
good.
yeah.
All right, guys,
Is it?
this is the end of the show. I've got 4 minutes. Does anybody want to waste these 4 minutes just chit-chatting?
We could.
No, I think you should take us out.
All right, guys. Thank you for getting me out on time. And we will catch you after the next page. See ya. Oh my God, just stop already.